Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle-earth here with a video looking at some new details we have for Season 5. This information is being released in the main Rise to War Discord in the Revelations channel. They slowly kind of leak or release information there in riddles or puzzles or things like that, so players can kind of interact and slowly learn what things we might be getting in terms of features or units or commanders, those kind of things. For the new season. So we've got some of those we're going to look at today, so stay tuned. All that's coming up in just 1 second. All right, so again, this is in the main Discord. I'll go ahead and link that down below if you want to check this out yourself at future dates, especially because there can be new stuff. We start off with this graphic here, which I believe all these are posted and pinned by Anubis there. But anyways, it says June 6th, waiting for revelations. I am your guide and will guide you through the darkest dungeons of Middle-earth. So we start out there. And then we've got 3 different types of units here. And I want to speculate as to why I think these might actually not just be hireable units, which we'll see in a second by looking at our last picture. But first we have the werewolf here. It says, congratulations, you have summoned a new creature. I hope it will serve your great purposes. You will learn its skills and characteristics later. So we have something to do with a werewolf here. The next one we have is a cold drake. It says, congratulations, you have summoned a new creature. I hope it'll serve your great purposes. You will learn its skills and characteristics later. And then lastly, there's one last one we have here. These are the depth defenders, and it says, congratulations, you have summoned a new unit. I hope it will serve you great purposes. You will learn its skills and characteristics later. So those are 3 units or troops or whatever you want to call them that we have, I would say all but confirmed for an upcoming season. So that's pretty interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more. It seems like we get them in bigger batches. But again, I do actually think that these are not just going to be hireable like neutral units, and I'll explain that in a second based on the last picture we're going to look at. But this is the second to last here. We got this map here that was posted. It was posted in fragments to start out with, and you had to put it together. So here you can see we have this map. You can see the Shire is circled here. There's different paths. And there's a spot right here over on the west side of the Misty Mountains, kind of the middle west side of the Misty Mountains there. So my only thought would be, could this possibly be a new faction? Could this be a Moria or Goblin faction? Because that is, again, if we look here roughly, because they're different, a little bit different looking, but you can see that we're sitting somewhere in here. You know, the Shire is right here, so we've got that circled, and then you've got the mountains right here. So ballpark sitting around here. The only thing I could think of that would be circled, or the reason that there would be an X right there with the circle would be something to do with Moria. But again, we have the Shire circled. We've got some different paths over here. So it could be something else. You can get a path up and over here, over to Ice Bay, it says. So there's a couple different options. But nonetheless, my hope would be that this means we're getting some kind of a map shuffle. I think it'd be very interesting to, if they have the rights to, it'd be interesting if they could use the Middle-earth map from different time periods. I think that'd be a pretty simple way to keep a lot of the structures and mechanics that players like in the game, because obviously it seems like from the feedback I've received, War of the Ring was not something that people enjoyed a whole lot. But to keep the structure that we like, but add new things to make it interesting. So shuffle the map around to a different time period where there are different locations and different factions and different units and things like that. So maybe that's just really far-fetched, but I feel like this could be something to signify that there's going to be an earlier time period being visited. Again, if it's within the rights that Rise to War has. I'm not 100% sure legally what they have the rights to do, but that'd be very cool if a new season was going to be taking place. Not necessarily a storyline season like War of the Ring, but just taking place in that time where there were different powers in the lands of Middle-earth, different units, different beasts like cold drakes and things like that we might get to see. So that's the map there. Again, very interesting. Not sure what it'll mean, but I think it could be very interesting moving forward for us. And then lastly, this is a log here. This is the most recent thing to come out, and this will kind of, I think, give us a little bit more clarity on what I was talking about. This is log 3. It says, things are different this time. The main hall has every upgrade imaginable, but the builders don't seem like they are done yet. They seem to have their eyes on a new project. While the higher-ups have been keeping its purpose under wraps, rumors have been coming out nonetheless. Apparently, it's supposed to be some kind of a training ground for the settlement's soldiers. No idea who they're going to be training, but it'd be nice if it was our regiment, or even the whole battalion. We haven't been faring too well lately. The Gondorian regulars seem to outclass us in almost every way. Seems like our commanders agree as well with the reactions of some of the field reports. Well, regardless, change is coming soon. Can only hope it's for the better. So my thought with this is they're talking about, upgrades being done, but things changing. This makes me think about possibly there being a change in the starting unit types. So again, we have the same standard ones we've had the entire time with these set 3 groups of units and then the tier 4 for each factions. So this kind of makes me think that we could be shuffling around who factions are starting with. It says, again, it mentions the Gondorian regulars and says the Gondorian regulars seem to outclass us in almost every way. I don't know. Maybe they're going to be shuffling around the starting units for factions, for some factions maybe that are less popular. Maybe for, again, the picture here seems like this is an evil looking place, so maybe this is a I don't know, maybe this is an Isengard type thing, or maybe a Rune, like a less played faction to entice people to go to those areas. I'm not sure, but there could be something like that where we have new units coming. And that's why I was saying with the different, the Cold Drake or the Werewolf or the Depth Explorer, especially the Depth Defender, especially Depth Defender. That's where I even thought of, are they shuffling around the troops that Moria has? Is going to be a new tier 4 unit, because I personally am getting a little bit tired of the repetitive, just new neutral units kind of thrown all over the map, and that's kind of it. So a very select few players or factions are going to have really great use out of them. And a lot of them seem a little bit underwhelming. Again, at different times there's been cool ones, but other times there's some of the map that I just don't really have a whole lot of interest in going to explore and find. So it would be interesting if some of these troops they were bringing, if they're bringing Cold Drakes, if that was something that if you were playing as evil, you had a way to use, kind of regardless of where you were. And again, hopefully there's something that's actually fun to use, that they're good with certain commanders. Again, looking at the commanders and I don't think that bringing in different troops is the way to fix, commanders that need work. But maybe they will rework some commanders and add a new unit type that would make different commanders who have been very underwhelming perform a little bit better. I think there's a lot of cool options there. Who knows? They might just be introducing new commanders to go with these, but I would love to see them kind of work on what they already have. But it's tough to say for sure. But we got some interesting information, so I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I've been spending some time in the Revelations channel, but not a ridiculous amount. So if you've seen something there that I've missed, maybe someone has really laid out some facts that you think may be true, let me know down in the comments below. Maybe we'll do a part 2 on this if we keep getting information for the next several days. It'd be fun to follow this together and see what information we're going to have. Again, it sounds like the season 5 start's going to be at the end of June, so we've got some time still before we get any really official information. So again, I'll link the Discord, the main Discord, down below, as well as the All Things Middle Earth and the Smash Squad Discord. So if you want to check out any of those things, check out the Smash Squad or the ATME Discords to join our community. We hang out in there quite often and do some fun stuff. So if you want to join that, you'd be more than welcome to. But that's going to do it for me in this video. And as always, I'll see you all in a future one.